Hey, gang, and welcome to the second edition of Evil Dead Chicks Excellent Movie Reviews. This is a new movie review segment for my channel where I'm not really covering the plot of the movie and rating the plot of the movie, but instead I am rating the transfers and also the special features that are included. And this could be for older movies that are just now coming out on 4K or Blu ray, and we want to talk about how the transfer is on those, as well as what nifty little, special features do we have on this. So today, I'm going to be talking about the much anticipated Trick or Treat 4K that just got released and everybody was clamoring for it. And I don't know if there are any places, I don't even know if Synapse still has any available, but the limited edition was selling out like hotcakes. And there were three different versions of it, and I'm going to show you the version that I got. But there were three different covers that you could pick from. And Orbit DVD sold out of theirs. Diabolic DVD sold out of theirs. And Synapse still had some left. And I'm sure, I'm sure that eBay is going to be populated with people trying to resell these puppies. But the thing is, I'm sure they're going to be 2 or 3 times more expensive than they were originally. And these things were almost $70. Okay. So I will show you my Trick or Treat 4K that my dear husband Steve got for me. He got it for me as an early Christmas present. However, I did not have to wait. I was able to do an unboxing. I actually did an unboxing yesterday evening, not last night, but yesterday evening as me and Candace were doing Friday Foolish. So if you want to see me unbox that, you can watch the Friday Foolish post Halloween taste test that we did, where at the beginning of the stream, I do unbox this little beauty here. So it's a really, it's a really nice package there. Not standard packaging by any stretch of the imagination. And you do get, not only do you get a 4K and a Blu-ray, and the soundtrack on CD as well. You also get, and I haven't even taken the wrapping off of these lobby cards. You do get some lobby cards there. You do get a reversible cover, which I'll show you guys and gals what the other cover looks like. And this was actually one of the box covers, one of the choices that you could pick from. And I believe this is the CD right there. And it's just like the records, it's Songs in the Key of Death. I do have the vinyl of this. I've had the vinyl for a little bit. You also get a book about the making of the movie right here. It's got a bunch of information and pictures in there. So I need to find some time to look through this. I like this article. The guy on stage looks like Skippy, but isn't. And there's a picture of Mark Price, who, like I've said before, played Skippy on Family Ties. But the Eddie Weinbauer character is as far from Skippy as you can imagine. You also, let's see if I can open up this poster here. You also get a poster that, I don't want to tear this thing up, that on one side looks like the poster in Eddie's room. It's got Sammy Kerr's signature there. This is Tony Fields, who played Sammy Kerr in the film. And Tony Fields was actually a solid go dancer, if you didn't know that. This is the alternate artwork right there. But I'm going to try to fold this back up. And fold it up pretty easily. Okay. So that is the contents or whatever of the limited edition version of this. Now, I already heard that I believe Synapse is going to put out a standard version. So if you missed out on, trying to get this poster back in here. If you missed out on getting the limited edition, you may have a second chance to at least get it on 4K, even if you don't get all the bells and whistles with it. Okay. So, I did, I fell asleep. I was mad because I kept falling asleep while I was trying to watch the movie. But the movie wasn't really what I was, I love watching the movie anytime I can. Um, but what I was really delving into last night was how the transfer looked. I wanted to see how the 4K looked. So I got 20 or 30 minutes in before I started dozing off, and I finally had to give up on it. I was hoping Steve would want to watch this with me today, but he's not really in the mood to watch Trick or Treat. You're probably thinking, how can he not be in the mood to watch Trick or Treat? But he's wanting to watch other things today. So I think I'm going to try finishing watching the movie tonight, hopefully a little bit earlier, so that I won't be dozing off while I'm trying to watch it. Now, let's get to the transfer. I think 30 minutes in is enough to be able to justify talking about the transfer. At first, I was like, I was slightly disappointed. I ain't gonna lie. But I gave it a chance because I think what, sorry, can you hear the dogs in the background? Uh, I didn't, I kept expecting the dogs to barrel through here or something. And if that happens, I will have to pause this recording, and I think I'm going to have to because I don't know what's going on here. I will be right back. Jeez. But that's, there's still yelling going on back there. Um, that's one of the great things about doing these recordings is there's not really dead air or something if I'm on here by myself. It's I can pause a recording and go right back to it. Now, if I can get my thoughts back in order. Okay, so I was talking about the transfer, and I gave it a chance because, a lot of times, especially at the beginning of a movie, um, we all know, or those of us that have watched these movies for any length of time, know that even if you take it from the original negative, sometimes the beginning may be a little fuzzier than we like. And truth be told, a lot of it may have been that I was just going in and out of sleepiness and my eyes were grainy and all of that. So, but I thought it was a little less clear and sharp at the beginning. At least that was my perspective. But I gave it a chance. I was not going to give up on this thing. And as we moved into the movie, once we got past those first few minutes, I thought it got really sharp. And I thought that things popped and stood out. Again, not in a 3D way, but they just seemed to pop up off of the film, so to speak, just like I said with the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K. Um, the sound is good, although I would like to really be able to blast this soundtrack because it has some great music in it. And I really want to be able to crank it up, as Gene Simmons' character of Nuke says in the film. So what the sound, the audio that I heard sounded really, really good. The um, drum beats and stuff like that sounded really good. Um, and, I couldn't, I really couldn't have asked for a better release. And I know that Michael Felsher from Red Shirt Pictures, that I mean, I think he's the one that we can really thank for this fantastic package, because I think that Michael Felsher was so instrumental in getting this put out. I know Synapse put it out, but this is the first time I've ever seen Michael Felsher's red shirt pictures icon on anything like this, like on the outer cover. So kudos to Mr. I can't talk. Kudos to Mr. Felsher for putting out, like, making sure that we got the best possible version of Trick or Treat that we could ever have. I think this is every fan's dream. Everybody that has loved this movie over the years and has dealt with crappy VHS tapes and crappy substandard DVD releases, this is what we all wanted. And thank you, Mr. Felsher, for providing us with this, for providing fans with the ultimate version of Trick or Treat. And thank you to Synapse for putting this baby out. And I just, I can't say enough about it. Really takes somebody or several somebodies in some cases with a passion for putting these particular films out. And if we didn't have these people with this passion, we wouldn't get these kind of releases. You didn't have these kind of releases years ago. And yeah, I realize it's a limited edition. Yeah, I realize it was pricey. Yeah, I realize I didn't have to pay for it. My husband did. But I am enjoying it to the max, regardless of how I was able to obtain this. Like I said, there are three different covers. This is the one that I like best, but all three of them, any of the three that you were able to get, are each fantastic in their own way. The transfer is fantastic. Um, Again, my disappointment at the very, very beginning may have been due to I was just too dang sleepy. And that, could have totally been the case, because I've heard people say a lot of things. They watch something the first time around and they're, something's too dark or whatever. And they say, I went back and I adjusted my settings on my 4K TV and it made all the difference in the world. I think our settings are right. I think it was either um, the negative maybe was a little rough at the very beginning, or my eyes were just shot and needed to go Betty bye. Um, but in any event, within the first few minutes, the transfer was just absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. So, with that being said, let's get to the special features. The only thing I was disappointed with the special features, and that's nobody's fault, um, was the fact that Mark Price was not on a commentary. And maybe it was that Mark Price couldn't be on the commentary. Maybe they couldn't work out a time when they could do a commentary. Maybe Mark Price wasn't interested in being in it. But he is in um, the Rock and Shock, um, the making of Trick or Treat. It's an all new retrospective featuring director Charles Martin Smith, actors Mark Price, Glenn Morgan, Elise Richards, and Larry Sprinkle, writer and producer Joel Soyson. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry, Joel. Costume designer Jill O'Hannison, assistant set costumer Francine DeCourcy, construction foreman Tom Jones Jr., special makeup effects artist Everett Burrell, music executive producer Stephen E. Smith, composer Christopher Young, and a special appearance by Gene Simmons. Um, that was very, very good. It's about an hour and 21 minutes long. So you get a whole lot of, behind the scenes talk and memories of Trick or Treat. Michael Felsher is also on that. Um, he created this whole package for us. So, of course, I was glad to see him giving his memories of Trick or Treat. But sorry if you hear my device reminding me back there. But what else do we get with this? You get an exclusive limited edition chipboard slipcase packaging featuring 3 variant artworks by Justin Osborne, Devon Whitehead, and Sean Longmore. You get 4K restoration from the original 35 millimeter camera negative mastered in Dolby Vision HDR10 compatible and approved by director of photography Robert Elstwood. Lossless English DTS HD master audio of the original 2.0 theatrical mix and an all new 5.1 surround sound mix. You get audio commentary with director Charles Martin Smith, moderated by filmmaker Mark Savage. You get audio interviews with writer and producer Michael S. Murphy and writer Rhett Topham, moderated by film historian Michael Felsher. Audio conversation with Paul Korup and Allison Lang, authors of Satanic Panic, Pop Culture, Cultural Phenomena, or Paranoia, in the 1980s. You get The Rock and Shock, The Making of Trick or Treat, an all new retrospective with all those people I mentioned before. Let's see. In the Spotlight, a tribute to Tony Fields, featuring interviews with the late actor's family and friends. I need to get to that. I think that's going to be a good little segment. Horror's Hallowed Grounds, the filming locations of Trick or Treat with Sean Clark. Now, I've already seen this, I think, on Sean Clark's channel, but I'm looking forward to going back and rewatching that again. After Midnight, music video, theatrical trailers, TV spots, radio spots, still gallery, optional audio interviews with still photographer Philip V. Caruso, vintage electronic press kit, illustrated collector's booklet with I cannot talk today, with essays by Michael Gingold, Sam Deegan, and Michael Felsher. A fold-out double-sided Sammy Kerr fan poster and 6 double-sided collector's card set. Okay? Yeah. So if you got in on this fantastic little package or big package, and you have not got a chance to watch this yet, oh, don't wait too long, folks, because this is, like I said earlier, this is the ultimate trick or treat package that we've been waiting for. Us fans have been waiting for this for many, many, many moons. Okay. So I want to thank Michael Felsher and Synapse for providing us with the ultimate version of Trick or Treat. And I'm probably going to have to get off here because the dogs are acting like heathens. But before I get off of here, I, of course, want to give my double rating. So we're not only going to give the Deadites rating, which I'm going to give this one 5 Deadites out of 5. And this is, technically it's for the movie, but a lot of what I'm talking about on this segment is the overall package, like special features and transfer. So it definitely gets a 5 Deadites out of 5 all the way around on all counts. And of course, Is it excellent or not? Well, let's find out. Let's find out, folks.
Excellent!
So it was indeed an excellent release. So I've been on here blabbing for about 21 minutes. So I want to thank everybody that checked this little video out. And I'm not sure what the next one's going to be, but there will be one coming up here, hopefully in the very near future, for another new release. So I'm off like a dirty shirt. This shirt ain't dirty, but I'm off like one. And I want to remind everybody, as I always do before I get off of here, to be kind to one another and blaze that trail. And by the way, you can get that quote and an image on a shirt at deaditesondeck.com, plus many, many, many other shirt designs. You can get blended tees. You can get candles. You can get booga booga bears. And soon you will be able to get, hopefully, tote bags, mouse pads, tumblers, frosted glass tumblers, and stainless steel tumblers will be on the menu at deaditesondeck.com. So be sure to check that all out, and you know, keep an eye on the site for new items coming soon. And I'm out of here for now, and I'll see everybody next time.